First off, rest in peace, neighborhood nip. I ain't crip, but I'm on that neighborhood shoot. Building business, it's that black owned. If you hustle, better hustle till your pack gone. If you work, better work till your back hurt. And if you rap, make it better than your last verse. Yeah, more lyrics. Stick and move, Javante Davis.
AJ, El Presidente, Eddie Kane University. Hill gon' heal, regardless. You, Buchanan, Bethel High School, by way of 3-Man Weave, LLC.
Michelle, producer, Faith Over Fear.
You can catch this wave from the Marlins to the Mariners. Doing things you can't believe. It's the 3-Man Weave.
And we are back with another episode of the 3-Man Weave podcast. And as always and forever, I am one of your hosts, AJ. Alongside who?
It's your boy Hill. Hill gonna heal regardless, baby. Let's get it.
Let's get to it. Hey, man. We getting into peak off season. And I ain't talking about the NFL, but we gonna get there. Hey, where can they find us, good brother?
You can catch us on all major podcast platforms, 3-Man Weave, Instagram, Twitter, 3-Man Weave _. You can email us at podcast.3.man.weave@gmail.com. Let's get
That was hot.
Woo. The funny thing about it, our caption did not change. Did it? I don't know. It didn't change on Facebook.
Oh,
I did an edit.
I actually don't see one. So
I just put it in the group.
Oh, well, yeah, well, we'll see.
Yeah.
Oh, 2026. I see 2026 draft talk.
Okay, we're good. That's a good thing.
Well, not on Facebook, but regardless, we good to go. You feel me?
Where you see it at? You don't see it nowhere?
Oh, I just seen it on the YouTubies.
That's fine.
We'll fix it. We'll get there. Ain't nothing but a little straightening.
I literally edited, but I mean, hey, it is what it is. But it
Hey, look.
I just add everybody. Let me see what it say. Yeah, it say everything on it say everything. Hey man.
It's hot.
Hey, what are you drinking? That's hot.
Tea, and I ain't gonna be able to taste for a week.
Yeah.
But
hey,
we here now, goddamn.
Before we get to the draft oriented show, halfway sponsored by Game Winning Drive.
You're damn right. We gonna get all of those.
I asked you this personally, but I'm asking you this publicly now.
Oh shit.
Are you sure you ready to change ship and go to the Atlanta Dream?
Oh man.
Or are you going to stay with the Chicago Sky?
Goodness. And I was very, very, very strong in my convictions because I was able to type it out. But man, that roster just looked different, man. Like
after that type.
I was in here like, man, I ain't no hoe. I hit send, but I was like, but goddamn, that's a good ass team right there.
I swear, I think after you hit send, I think Brittany Griner signed with Connecticut.
Yeah, and that's when I was like, shit. That's when I was like, you're killing me, Petey.
And then they just kept adding, and then when Skylar to the sky, I'm like,
I was like, ooh. Because know, like Skylar is our generation. If you're talking, know me, she was in more rap songs than a lot of people. If you know what I mean, like she had a bar in a lot of songs.
Yeah.
So now it's almost like, dang, is it for nostalgia purposes? I gotta kind of stay with the Sky.
Then we also my girl Rakia.
Yeah,
she gets traded. Okay, she get traded for somebody that's actually good. I understand the move. I had a discussion with my guy who's a real WNBA, aficionado. You know what I'm saying? Got season tickets and everything, so I respect his opinion. He calmed me down. He gave me the ins and outs of the trade. So I'm like, okay, cool. But Rakia is one of them. That's one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So,
but
I'm in a tough spot now also because not only did like I said, I was rolling with the dream, and I'm thinking like, all right, we're about to do the Twin Towers thing. They're gonna get Brittany back up in here and all of that. But also with what the Sky did, and also having 2 first-round picks from that trade is like, are they gonna be able to are they really about to build something like quick?
I think don't quote me. I think one of those first round picks was used for somebody.
It's about it, yeah. But
not the first one, not the 5th overall.
Yeah, but that's what I'm pointing. Like,
yeah,
you get that, and in that lineup that you done brought in,
yeah.
I would like to reserve my right.
Hey, I ain't gonna argue with you. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Like, if anybody know me, I rarely jump ship.
Yeah,
but I can't do too much more losing, and like in every single sport that I have. Like, I got to have some luck somewhere. Like, I used to at least get one sport where I could be like, you know what? At least we doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, then one year it was like, all right, Dad, we got the Bengals and the Suns going to the championship. All right, it's been downhill ever since. God damn. So
man,
I reserve my right to hop in the portal. I got to figure out when the portal window closed. But
yeah, I feel you. I'm gonna give you a deadline.
Look, I'm gonna file a motion with the with a Charlotte circuit judge just in case I need some extra eligibility.
I'm gonna go ahead and give you a deadline. I give you the draft. The draft.
That ain't. I need a little bit longer than that.
A little bit long. Why? I mean, after the draft, you should. That should let you further know.
I need to get some camp reports. I need to hear some camp reports to see how things is looking before I can be like,
this ain't NFL live.
Hey, what? Hold on. How they looking?
It's fine. Let's ask Diana Rossini. She got some free time on her hands, right?
I'm about to say, I don't know what I got to do for that insider information, but
you know what you got to do. You got to put a little cream in your milk. Your coffee.
Hey, Dr. Umar, look, it's for the job. It's for the business. I ain't want to do it, but I had to do it. You
got to feed my family, Doctor.
Hey, look, that school ain't putting no food on my table.
Everybody been tiptoeing around this situation, and I just got a notification.
Not here.
I mean, we got time.
What notification you got?
Oh, we had a Foxworth Friday.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I got to catch up.
So yeah. So
I know where we gonna get the truth.
I know we're gonna get from there. So
I'm talking about TROOF.
And its own Bomani joint, not Dominique joint. So we definitely get what we need.
Oh yeah.
No Charlie. No
holding back. Sorry, Charlie.
Yeah.
Sorry, Charlie.
We gotta play the bench on this one, my brother. But we getting close to the draft. Gotta love it. And I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I'm at that point. The draft fatigue is set in. I don't really care about the players anymore. I don't care about your opinion no more. I don't care what you think. I don't care about your rankings. I'm out. Yeah. There's nothing more that you can say at this point that I haven't heard that's not going to change. I mean, unless a new injury pops up or somebody, got a gun charge and, something like that, something pops up that we need to discuss. Other than that, your rumors is your rumors. I get it. It's a soap opera. It's a show. You got to sell it. I get it. I'm tired. I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready for this draft, bro. And for a team, my team specifically, I have 2 first-round picks. I need for my team to go ahead and do what they got to do. I need to see the vision. Obviously, free agency didn't go the way I would like it for my team.
Right.
So this draft is what now is the only thing that I have banking on as a Cowboy fan, and the anxiety of let's hurry up and get this over with so we can see what's going on is really killing me.
Yeah, for sure. And I 100% get you with the draft fatigue, and also I feel as if this is also one of those drafts where it hurts because it's kind of underwhelming as far as like first round talent goes, and so like when it like well let me not say underwhelming, but it's underwhelming in the position like at the positions where it can have storylines that can carry the draft. Like when it comes to first round receivers, like there's some guys that we think are going like that may be decent, but it's like they're all kind of like flawed projects where it's like, yeah, but and then the offensive lineman, it's like, eh, your top three guys might be guards. So it's like that we don't know where that's gonna go. And your defensive ends, your pass rushers, they're like tweeners. They got, the size, historical outliers. And then of course it's Fernando Mendoza, who, I mean, it's only so much that they're gonna be able to talk about him. And then we trying to see it, and then we trying to see if like, okay, Ty Simpson, yeah, like you've had, some of the analysts try and prop up Ty Simpson, but it's like we seen that, like we seen the second half of the season, dog. Like, so it's not much to kind of just like to continue the excitement. Like even Arvell Reese, like he's out there like, like on tape, it's like it looks good, but then I'll put it like this: you can poke holes in a lot of these first round guys, and I'm saying like you could do that before, but it's just like it's a lot easier now.
I think what's the problem is that we've seen this movie before. It's one of those at this point now we've seen this movie before. It's time for the coverage that needs to be shaken up. It needs to be revitalized. It needs to be changed up because now when you talked about, okay, we don't have the offensive linemen that we normally used to have. Let's be honest, bro. Offensive linemen never carried the draft. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying they carried the draft. I'm saying like
I get what you mean, but like I said, we don't have the Joe Alt in this class, right? But even having the Joe Alt didn't do anything. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's like, cool. The problem, once again, the problem is we just don't have the quarterbacks. And again, they are so reliant on the quarterbacks is the fact now they don't know what to do. You feel what I'm saying? Like you said, we can't sell Arvell Reese now. Oh, you could have. You could have before. You did it before. You sold us a bill of goods on somebody before. Like Zaven Collins. You hyped up Zaven Collins.
Mm-hmm.
You hyped up Isaiah Simmons.
Yes, like, we've seen it before. You're correct.
You've hyped it up before, but the fact that they've missed, it's like now you can't do that play again. So it's like we know since you don't have these quarterbacks to fall back on, now these other prospects they take the brunt of the coverage. Oh, now all of a sudden, the linebacker of CJ Allen gets diminished because now all of a sudden he ain't overly athletic. But we used to praise him having a cerebral mind and be able to having a football IQ. We used to praise that. Now, like you said, we have to focus on most of the negatives. Like you mean to tell me that I get it. Ruben Bain is a historical outlier. We also seen the Miami team go on a historical playoff run that we haven't seen since this playoff era. Am I right or wrong about that?
Yeah.
I get it. I get it. They lost. You know what I'm saying? But the road that they took and the beatings, the performances that they put up would have been praised, and it would have carried them in a positive way towards this draft. But instead, we don't have these quarterbacks to overly prop up and overly just talk about. Okay, who else do we get to talk about? Now we get to talk about these other prospects, like you said. Oh, David Bailey ain't he ain't Abdul Carter. Abdul Carter had flaws as well too. You feel what I'm saying? He didn't play that position as long. He was new to the edge rusher position. But now all of a sudden, when you talk about a David Bailey, all of a sudden, he can't stop the run. Oh, now all of a sudden we care about the run stopping ability of an edge rusher.
Exactly.
You feel
And
that's at the
it,
forefront,
right. And one of my biggest things also is the setup, because when we start getting to this time, we getting down here, and when you don't have, like, those that quarterback discussion and stuff like that, now, like I said, we're in this situation of analysis, or paralysis by analysis by
Mm-hmm.
paralysis, one of the two. You know
It's
what I'm
one of
saying?
those.
Like, because all you have now is just breaking this down. You're hearing about this player, you're hearing about this player, you're hearing about, like, GMs are talking about this. He didn't do well at his pro day, this, and that. And especially now, with the way a lot of these dudes ain't even competing at the combine anymore anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's way too much. Like, to me, it's way too much time, like, that they claim that they need to, like, doing their off-season evaluations for the draft. So, like, from when the season ends until we actually get the draft, like, like
Too
the
long.
season ended in February, like early February for the NFL. College football ended in January. You get what I'm saying? Like, and so to me, if you need all of this time plus a combine and pro days with all the film that you have and all the access to all this information, if you need all of that, like, you probably shouldn't be evaluating talent.
See,
That's
but
too
that's the thing.
much. Like,
But
like you don't need that much time.
they don't. It's the showcasing of it's the soap opera. It's the
Exactly.
build up.
But there goes to my point. Like, I understand we in this capitalist age, but trying to monetize everything is like it. I know the bottom line is the goal, that green, but it don't need to be all of this. Like, bro, it's also no reason why Thursday night we should just be watching round one of the draft. Got to come back on Friday night for Tuesday and for this round 2 and 3,
Mm-hmm.
and then we do 4, 5, 6, and 7 on Saturday. Like, bro, we could have, like, rounds 1 and 2 could have still been packaged together like they've always have been, in my eyes, because it's just because to me now, round 2 is really where the fun gonna start, because you're gonna see a lot of names that you like and stuff like that that are going to contribute, and you're gonna want to start seeing like where those guys go. I think this is one of those years where you want rounds 1 and 2 to be together, because it's gonna be some names that you're like, damn, I thought he might have won the first round. Like, we see that every year, but with the way that this draft is, it's like, oh, damn, he made it to this team in the second round, or this team moved up, early, from the second round to the bottom of the first and stuff like that, and you start to see those things happen. I think it just could have just fit better, but you know me, I'm always against, like, some of this, like, change. So maybe that's just the old get off my lawn in me,
But we haven't had an issue. We might have never liked this format, but we never had it.
I've never liked this format.
I get it. Never liked the format. That's fine. But we didn't really have an issue where it wasn't expressed till now.
Yeah,
because of the draft class.
Right. Well, and even when we had better draft class, I ain't mean to cut you off, my bad. But like, even like we've had better draft classes, having round 1 on just day 1, it's like, now we gotta sit here and wait this, like, almost the full time for each draft pick to come in, because you are, like, actually trying to fill in a show. And it's like, bro, like, I know this team got their pick in. They did not wait this long.
They didn't wait 15 minutes.
Like, until 32 seconds left of this entire time slot to get their card in. Like,
yeah,
we don't like, and it's just like, oh gosh, what are we doing? And then the whole time, like, sometimes, like, even now, like, it start coming up on Twitter before, because, like, some of the insiders have already broken it, and it's like, oh, well, we know this person's going this, but they still holding it for the TV show. And it's like, bro, like, if we was doing, like, if it was kind of like the old format when they was just doing it like first and second round, like, hey, we could get these, and it just feels like it's not dragging, because now you also have like the talking heads up there. They just talking about any and everything going. Like, bro, you just, like, you breaking down the same film that we didn't heard all offseason. We've been talking about this player going to this team as a possibility all offseason. So we're literally hearing the same things over and over, and so it's just like, gosh, golly.
Since we took a lot of time on our icebreaker, I'm gonna
I
save
see.
you. I'm gonna save you my positional value rant. I'll just text it to you, or maybe we can get it off before we do our mock draft. But I'm gonna tell you my positional value rant before we get this going. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
because you've been trying to attack me all off season,
Yes.
like I've said something crazy, and my whole like how I talk is just some asinine thing. When, in all honesty, I
It's
believe
not.
you
It's
have me,
not. That's not. That's not.
and I believe you have me misconstrued. So when we get to that point, we will have that conversation. But we got some questions we got to get to.
And we gonna get right to it. First off, we gonna get our questions first. You know what I'm saying? We
Okay,
get
cool.
we get our questions first to have. It's our show. It's not. But shout out to the fours and shout out to the supporters. But first question is already up. Who is the draft prospect that you like, but your team won't draft?
All right, so it's a little tricky for me because of all the things that we need on defense. So it's like I was in a tough spot, and I kind of want to say it's like I can't go first round.
Okay, I was gonna give you that cop out pause.
Yeah, so like I kind of
Why did I pause
can't.
that? I don't.
Yeah, I don't
I
know,
don't know.
but
Yeah.
it's been a while,
If
man.
yeah, I know.
So I struggle with this one because I like him, but even if I think he's kind of in that conversation of first rounders now, so it wouldn't be that. But if he was there in the second round, depending on where we go, I still don't think my team would draft him, and
Okay.
that would be Emmanuel McNeil Warren.
Mm.
And that's
Go ahead.
because
Yeah.
it's because of the how the Bengals draft. They don't do small school people. Like they
All
don't
right.
do small school players until at minimum you start getting in the third round, like when they do like linebackers like uh, Logan Wilson, stuff like that. But especially with such a high second round pick, I don't think they would go Emmanuel McNeil Warren. And I think that would be someone that would allow them to have a little bit more freedom on the back end of that defense, but I don't think they'll do it. And I actually like him as a prospect, and I think he still has a lot of like room for growth, especially kind of like what you've seen out of these Toledo DBs these last couple years, where it's like they doing something right.
I I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I've been scared of the possibility of y'all getting Caleb Downs because I do not trust Al to use him properly. I
Right.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
so
So
that's
so
what so
Emmanuel McNeil Warren, I think he fits Al
exactly.
better.
And so like, but that's one of the reasons why I am kind of iffy on Caleb Downs just for us. Like, I would like us to have him, but again, I don't think we would use him properly because I think that you want Caleb Downs as like that down by the line of scrimmage, nickel kind of safety, stuff like that. But then also, we got Jordan Battle. So it's like, I know that they would try and be like do like the too high stuff like that, but I'm
Hey,
I'm not convinced on Jordan Battle in coverage. So I don't think Jordan Battle is Caleb Downs, but I think Jordan Battle is a better in the box safety. So again, I don't believe that with what they have shown without like Al Golden like last year and what they're willing to do, I don't think it would work. And so also I think that they're also trying to get another corner. Like I really do believe that it would be a like I said, like if they ended up going like a Chris Johnson in the second round, if they got Caleb Downs in the first round, I think that
we
they would still move Daxton Hill into the slot. And it's like, no, no,
I
no.
get it. We'll have
Yeah,
that
well,
discussion.
exactly.
Caleb,
What about you,
my guy's Kaden. I'm
Kanan McDonald?
yeah.
You about to call him McPounder?
No, no.
Uh,
I just laugh because it's Ohio State, and
oh yeah,
that's the only reason I laugh. But the reason why I feel that they won't draft him is because I believe that he's he's a one tech or a
yeah,
nose, and the things that he does well won't go on the stat sheet, and I don't think that people would actually with the roster that we have now with the Quentin Williams and the Kenny Clark. You can make sense of the pick. Don't get me wrong, but do you need his skill set in the first round? It's like
so.
Nah.
The one thing that I would say that would help as y'all being a possibility is the fact that you have 2 first round picks. You know what I mean? Where that's where I see where it's like the pick 12. That's where you go for the stat sheet guy, maybe like one of the top end corners, something like that, where it's like, okay, yeah, we can do that. You know, get someone to help the back end of the defense, or if a Caleb Downs falls to y'all, stuff like that. Or, you know, even in the event that, like, you know, one of the edges get there.
Yeah.
But in that
pick 20,
that pick 20, if Caden McDonald is there, where it's like, we heard Jerry say he got rid of Micah because we, you know, wanted to stop the run. So that's how you bolster that line of scrimmage, where it's like, yeah, it don't show up in the stat sheet, but it can go a long way for giving you some help and give you that rotation. And shoot, like I'll take it back to us. We saw how important it was. DJ Reader did not show up on the stat sheet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But he was a pivotal process to making Jermaine Pratt and Logan Wilson look good, letting, you know, the edge rushers, you know, be able to kind of really just rush the ball. So you still had Sam Hubbard, who was a solid run defender, but Trey could really get loose. And then you had Larry Ogunjobi and BJ Hill and stuff like that. So you throw those 3 techs in there, but you got a guy that, yes, he can stop the run. He may not show up on like the stats, the QB hits and the hurries, but he can collapse the pocket and take up double teams. So I think even still, like I would like that for y'all, because again, it's like you would almost have like that's the almost like doing it because you have the perk of having those 2 first round picks to kind of do it. And I would say just almost like if you look at it, just imagine like it was your second round pick. Like, all right, cool. Like if Caden McDonald was there in the second round, would you pick him? Kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
I would
like that.
I would look at it like that, but at
Right.
the same time, but let's say, for example, like you say, you can go get another. What if you go edge rusher and with pick 12? Okay, now it's time to go for time to go for a corner at pick 20. What's the problem with getting is it Darnell Jackson from Florida State or
Darrell Jackson?
Darrell. I get Darrell Jackson at 92. Yeah. Or can I get Big Citrus? Could I?
Right.
Could I? I'm not debating the player.
But right. But also what we talk about also is like sometimes when your guy is available, go get your guy. Because sometimes it can be hard once you start getting into these other rounds, because you don't like that's when it gets hard to kind of know who is where. Like the first round, you kind of got an idea where people go.
What's the question, AJ? Team players that we like.
Exactly.
That our team
like. Okay, you're right. You're right.
All right. I got Dane in the building. He likes Caleb Downs. He wants his team to draft Caleb Downs at 5, but he got a feeling that they won't draft him anymore. You know what I'm saying? And I see you just responded.
Saying I had that typed up. Yeah, I had that kind of like typed up, but
I got a take about them, but I need to see what they do first before I say what I got to say.
All right, bet.
Part 2 of the question: who is the draft prospect that you like, but your team won't draft, but is a possibility for a team that you don't like? I'll go first if you want me to.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me pull that. I had this may be a stretch. I've been thinking about this before the combine, and there's rumors about him is going all over the place. But the player is Jamar McCoy, and the team specifically, the Eagles. It just seems, now that I said it out loud, don't that just sound like a damn Eagles pick? Like,
yep, because he dropped because of the injury. He didn't work out until his pro day, but he showed out at his pro day. But he had this long, like a whole year off, what's the Seattle DB they signed?
The tall, slicky dude. His name is going.
Tariq Woolen. Reek Woolen.
They signed Tariq Woolen for a 1-year deal. So hey, if Jamar Court is not healthy, he can sit for a year and take a red shirt year if he get healthy. You see what I'm saying? See how annoying that sounds?
Exactly.
Everybody else, I really don't. I'm not really like. Of course, if any of my Ohio State players, for example, if Sonny Styles go to the Commanders, I'm going to be sick. If Caleb Downs goes to anywhere, Commanders or the Giants, I'm going to be sick. Those are my low hanging fruit because those are my Ohio State guys. Those are my guys. But something about Philly, I just feel that the board is gonna fall in place for Philly again. It's gonna piss me off.
Yeah,
but that's just
me.
About you.
All right, so I kind of have two players, but for one team, and it ain't gonna be what you think. If Caleb Downs or Ruben Payne go to the Chiefs, because it's literally a pick right before the Bengals. Those players are players that the Bengals have been hoping can make it to them, because it works, and that's who they want, especially the Caleb Downs. You got the Ohio State connection and stuff like that, but also it's like with Caleb Downs, you just mentioned you don't think that Al would use Caleb Downs, correct? Spags,
you use the fuck out of
he gonna use the fuck out of Caleb Downs, dog. And I'm gonna be mad as hell. Because I'm gonna be thinking man, we was gonna draft him. And it's gonna make me so mad. And
he literally had Honey Badger.
Exactly.
They different players. They different, but boy, they cut for that same cloth.
Exactly. And just the way that you see Caleb Downs attack the players, and he hits them, and he gets the ball loose and stuff like that. It's just gonna be can't keep getting away with this, man.
Pooh shiesty face.
Yeah, so it was my players are a little bit off the beaten path because it's not necessarily a team in my division, but kind of the way my division is set. The kind of the way my division is set up right now, it's I think I think we are in a good spot if we can just get this if we just do this right, we are in a good spot to get back to competing to win this division. But it's
it's a team that you don't like. I didn't say it had to be
right.
Team that you don't like. You don't like them.
I do not like them.
So
do not like them, Sam. I am.
So let's move on. They got this question from my guy Marcus Farmer. Should quarterback needy teams overdraft the position in a weak class? Now, quarterback needy teams are the Raiders, Cardinals, Jets, Browns, and the Steelers. Well, the Raiders are going to handle theirs with Fernando Mendoza. So we get that out of the way. So now we got dealing with the Cardinals, Jets, Browns, Steelers. Well, we can leave the Steelers last because it's safe to say that they're not going to overdraft a quarterback. Now, will they draft the quarterback in this class? I would say so. You got Mike McCarthy. It's a possibility. Use a pick. And there's nothing wrong. They have a lot of picks. So if they feel the need, they find one that can, hopefully learn under Aaron Rodgers for a year, then cool. That's a good strategy to have. So we could just leave them last.
Right.
Cardinals at pick 3. Obviously, they're not going to go that high and pick Ty Simpson or anybody else that they may fall in love with.
And that was actually about to be my point, where technically round 2 could be overdrafting a quarterback still for them with a high draft pick. And who do they have on their roster right now?
They picked up Gardner Minshew.
Yeah. So right now, I wouldn't get a if I was them, I wouldn't get a quarterback in the second either. I would just, if there's somebody you like, I'm sure you like. I don't think that they would be. I don't think after Ty Simpson, I don't think a quarterback's going in round 2 or 3 if Ty Simpson goes first round.
I like Garrett Nussmeier, man.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
No. Just because I like him, I don't,
like,
you know.
I think because the only reason why I say that also is because I think that with his last name, he may kind of still, like, because of those connections, he might go 2 or 3, like round 2 or 3 off of that. But I think if Garrett Nussmeier was Garrett Curtis, I think people would start looking at him in round 4 because it's like the upside type thing. It's like, okay, like, no, we like, let's like, because again, like I just talked about, I think that this draft is going to start like having those position players kind of really start sparking up in those, second to third rounds, where it's going to start, like, you'll be able to start getting some really good, contributors there. So I think that getting a quarterback a little bit later on would be a little bit more beneficial. Do you want to go? Do you want to start a season with Gardner Minshew as just like no competition? No, but what were you expecting anyway? And then it's like you got Kubiak over there, so it's like, hey,
not Kubiak.
In Arizona, where Kubiak? Kubiak went to Arizona. I mean,
yeah, but it's one of them.
Mike LaFleur.
Yeah, it's one of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They all the same.
They all the same. It's good.
So having LaFleur there, it's like, okay, maybe you can get something out of Gardner Minshew, this year, and build your roster up, and then that next year, that's when you start looking for a QB.
What about the Browns? What should the Browns do?
Trade Myles Garrett, trade the pick you got last year from the Jags, trade back and try and get a 2027 first round draft pick again, and just load up and try and get somebody next year. And I know it, like, that's no guarantee, but to me, like, you have multiple first round picks, but like, to me, like, this team, like, run with Shador, but don't try, like, to me, I wouldn't try and overdraft no quarterback this year. Because to me, if you overdrafting the quarterback this year, you basically going to be trying to draft a quarterback that can outplay Dylan Gabriel and Shador, that is probably in that same like class level as Shador and Dylan Gabriel. So no, why would you overdraft that and then you be back in this situation next year? I wouldn't waste my assets on that. Like, and again, y'all, like, they gotta build that whole, like, I know they brought some people in, but they still need to get pieces on that offensive line. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they still need receivers. So I would try and get some players at least where I can just get them in and they can get some NFL experience. And like we said on the very first episode of 3-Man Week, try and get everything around them. So then when you bring that quarterback in, maybe next year, it's a better environment than what you had. And you hope that Todd Monken can get something out of who you got.
We about to go to part 2 of this question, but because it was a follow-up from Drew had a similar question. But my thing is, so now we're advising these same teams. We talking about the Cardinals, Jets, Browns. We will use those teams. Hold on, wait.
Jets, you might have to, because Aaron Glenn, you might get fired.
Hold on. My fault. But we're asking those. We're basically asking these teams just to purposely just be bad.
I didn't say
like.
Right. And I get what you're saying. Now, the Dolphins, they being purposely bad.
But they didn't. They have a quarterback. They went signed a quarterback. Right. So that's
they signed the quarterback, but did everything else to make it bad. You get what I'm saying? So to me, it's a little bit different, because at least these teams, like we say, the Cardinals, they got Gardner Minshew. We've seen Gardner Minshew at minimum be a starter.
Yeah.
He at minimum, he was one of those, like, 32 people on the planet that can play NFL quarterback. You'd be like, you know what? Okay, he has some ups and downs and stuff like that. And again, like I said, with LaFleur, you're hoping you can get some of those highs of Gardner Minshew. And again, I'm not saying that they wouldn't go get a quarterback at all to bring in somebody to compete. We just talking about overdrafting a quarterback. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying don't get a quarterback. I'm just saying overdraft. Go ahead, don't believe you.
No. I had to think. Jacoby Brissett's still there.
Oh, yeah. So if Jacoby Brissett's still there and Gardner Minshew,
All right. So the part 2 of the question was, the reason why I didn't when we went I went team specific and I left the Jets out because we was asked by Drew, does a quarterback needy team make the move for Ty Simpson in the first round? Is it justified to trade up possibility? The Jets have like the 16th pick in the draft. Should they draft Ty Simpson there? Our guy Dane already said no. He's saying no, don't do it. Don't do it. What are your thoughts? Because you already said that Aaron Glenn is already on his last leg. He's in a lose-lose situation, however you want to say it.
Exactly. And so I wouldn't draft Ty Simpson at 16 because to me, I don't want to get too ahead of myself because Drew's question also could has something to do with the Jets. But to me, Geno looked terrible last year with the Raiders.
Yes.
The Raiders also wasn't like a perfect situation. I'm not saying that the Jets is, but like I said, I think if you can, get some guys healthy on the offensive line, maybe
they have a better offensive line.
Exactly, and infuse some offensive talent. You still got Fashanu and stuff like that. I think it's a real possibility that he could look he can revert to some semblance of what he was at Seattle, Geno. And then, like you said, you still got Garrett Wilson. You can still infuse some talent in there, stuff like that. So I think that you can still get talent around Geno Smith. And then I'll let you go, and I'll finish up my point because it goes into Drew's first question about the Jets.
No, I don't. I'm not drafting. I'm not drafting him at 16. Now,
yeah,
round 2, if they still got their what are they picks? They still got their early draft pick. Yeah,
I believe
they got pick. They got pick 33. 33. If Ty Simpson's still there, I'm pulling the trigger. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, with a straight face, like I'm.
And to be quite honest, if you want to go, if you want to try, make a move and go from 33 to 32 and add in a late round pick to try and get that 5th-year option, or something like that. By all means, okay, you know what, cool. But I'm not giving up real capital to try and move up to get Ty Simpson. And like I said, I'm not pressed to be to try and get him at 16.
I changed my mind, bro. I'm trading up in that first round. Now at 16, no, but they have picks 33 and 44. I'm using 33 and 44 for one of those back half of those first round teams. I'm going to get Ty Simpson.
Yeah, and I'm cool with
that's
that.
On the fly. I just thought about the fly, but
we talk about 16. That's why I was saying if you got pick 33, if you want to go get him at one of them them back end of the first round picks, 28, something like that. Like one of them teams up there, they don't see one of them winning teams. They don't see nobody up that they want. And they be like, you know what? Let me just go acquire some extra picks or something like that. Do you think?
Don't the Chiefs got pick 30 from the Rams?
I believe so. Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? He's still there. Yeah. Boom, 33 and 44. Get the job done. Go get so you can have that 5th-year option because he's going to sit for a year because he needs experience. So he needs to learn and let Geno do what Geno do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you're going to need that 5th-year option. You're going to need that because let's say Geno has that's fine. I think Geno is going to look okay. If Geno looks okay, you're going to be out of quarterback range next year. Then you're going to have to use draft capital to get a quarterback. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's the lose-lose situation for Aaron Glenn. Is the fact that either you're just going to be ass again, and if you ass, you're getting fired. But if you're going to be good enough to mess it up for getting from quarterback range, you're going to get fired because they're not going to allow you to be the one to get the quarterback. You feel what I'm saying? Like you messed that up. You were so bad last year that we can't even I'm not marching on Washington for Aaron Glenn with how bad they looked last year. You feel what I'm saying? I'm sorry. That's how bad they look. Now if they just look regular bad. Like I ain't even say good. I ain't even say competitively trash. Just regular bad. Not historically bad. Like just regular bad. Like
not one
regular
interception.
Like not one. You You a
You a
former
DB. You a DB.
Like that was fireable in itself. But to answer the question from Drew, is it justified for them to move up? From a late pick, they have 33 and 44. Those are too early second round pick. They don't need all these that. I know they did a lot of players. I get it. They don't need all these damn picks. Like at some point, you got to get good players. And I think they had a good enough. I think they had a good enough free agency period where they acquired some talent, especially on the defense, that these picks can be something. Like pick 16 could be a wide receiver.
Exactly. And that takes me to the question that you asked us. I don't know if you got a banner for this, but let me see. How the Jets, there we go, I got it. How do the Jets come out of this draft as winners? What should be the main approach for them from a draft strategy? To me, you would like with all the draft capital that they have, you want to come out of this draft with 4 starters, 4 quality starters. Three if you can get like 3 quality starters and one of them is like you look at them like, oh, this could be like one of those all-pro type guys. You know what I'm saying? But like you want to be like, you want talent. You want starting talent. You want guys that could come in and you look at them and be like, okay, this player is probably going to be in above, like average to above average at his position. This player is going to be average to above average at his position, stuff like that. You need to hit. I don't care if you hit on one of the first, one of the seconds, and then somebody in the 5th and 6th. But you need to come out of this draft with some average to above average contributors so that you can start realizing like, oh, we have infused this team with some talent. To me, that's how you come out this draft as a winner. I don't care where it's at.
The low-hanging fruit is just take the best available players and you go from there because they had a good offseason, bro. Let's think about it. You signed DeMario Davis. You trade for Minka Fitzpatrick. You trade for Geno Smith, David Amumeta. You signed Joseph Asai, Kingsley Ingabare, Nashawn Wright, Dane Belton. I don't know who that is, but Dylan Parham. You trade for Devondre Sweat. Like these is good pieces. Like
your defense can actually be something.
So you use your second overall pick is on somebody that's gonna mesh well with these already signings that you just said. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Whoever it is, okay, it's either Arvell Reese or it's David Bailey. That's what we hearing. Far as okay, cool. Yeah. Me personally, you can't go wrong.
Exactly, and the defense that they run again, you can get Arvell Reese. I think them kind of running that 3-4 scheme. That to me, that actually kind of fits what you want from an Arvell Reese. So it's like you good there. And then, like I said, even if you want to go David Bailey and you want to say, oh, he's not that good against the run, you run that 3-4, so you could still put him at outside linebacker, and then you got Devondre Sweat and David Onyemata in the middle.
You did what you had to do to pick the best available person to fit seamlessly in. That's how you're gonna win.
What have we been talking about for our teams all offseason?
Handle your free agent.
Get average in free agency. So when the best player you see on your board is there, when it's time to turn your card in, you don't have to think, oh shit, but we need a receiver or we need a corner. No, we like him. Turn that card in.
The Jets can be a decent team this season, but their coaching staff needs to take the net. That's true.
Yeah, and we not backing it up. But like when you list all those names that we just talked about on defense, and then you bring in Geno Smith with a better offensive line, like you said, you already got Armand Membu and Olu Fashanu. Like that's like as bookends, that ain't like that's what you want. And
bro, like the year before, the Patriots had the fourth overall pick because he was trash. They spent a lot of money on their team, and I get it. They went to the Super Bowl. Now, am I saying the Jets about to do that? Hell no. You know what I'm saying? But you can become a competent team by what you just did already.
Exactly. And again, like it ain't like they're like it ain't like that they division last year was like, okay, like it was a little bit like rocky. And the Dolphins that got worse, we know they can really not like the Jets can be in a position where you far from like getting the number 2 pick next year.
you're closer to being number 2 team in your division than you are being the number 2 overall pick.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Hey,
that's where I was getting.
All right.
Pause if necessary.
Yeah, just in case. Okay, we got to the Jets joint. Let's go to the let's get it. Who is the biggest risk reward player in this draft?
Oof. The biggest risk reward.
I'm letting you go first. I think I know who the player you gonna go with.
I don't think you do, because we just mentioned them. I think it's Arvell Reese.
Oh, okay.
Because kind of like what we just talked about.
Yeah, if you don't use them right,
we've seen these tweeners before, and then if you picking him top 5 and you don't use him right, that's a big risk. But if you use him right, that reward can be good. Because again, like we say, we saw Michael fall, but then he ended up turning into be one of the league premier pass rushers. So he was kind of in that same vein where it's like, what is he? Is he off-ball linebacker? Is he a pass rusher? Let's use him as both. And then it was like, okay, he is a way better pass rusher than he is an off-ball linebacker. But he has the athletic ability stuff. We can use him all around. They got to figure out how they want to use Arvell Reese to maximize him. And then you good to go.
The thing I'm about Arvell Reese. The thing about it is the problem is, like you said, he's going to, if he's a top 5 pick, let's say because things can happen, some crazy things can happen. The positional value aspect of his draft slot is going to be he needs to be an edge, because we picked an edge rusher.
Yep.
But he needs
time. not necessarily because we hearing Sonny Styles going top 5.
I don't believe that, bro. I'm just letting you know right now. I do not believe that. Like,
I feel you.
And I put the breadcrumbs. I put the breadcrumbs down on my positional value. You're not going to convince me. I said this years ago in the Kenny Pickett draft about quarterback. They were like, these quarterbacks are not good. We're not taking the quarterbacks in the first round and all this. And I didn't believe it. Okay, I was wrong. Wrong as hell. You're not about to convince me that these teams that just went overly nerd and put positional value so high that all of a sudden that just because this year they're going to just switch and say, oh, we just can't go positional value this year. You're not going to tell me, because I love Sonny Styles. I love Caleb Downs. Those are the two players that's outside the positional value joint. They're still not better than ignoring positional value if you believe in it. You feel what I'm saying? That's where the fight was going to come in. The fight can come later. But so that's why I say that's why I do agree with you when it comes to the risk, when it comes to Arvell Reese, because they'll be like, man, we took Jets, prime example. The Jets are in prime position to use him properly, because you signed Demario Davis for a reason. He can learn how to play linebacker from Demario Davis. He can also blitz and which that's what he's good at as well. You can use him as a blitzer. You can use him spread. You can use him as a chess piece because of the offseason that you had. But if he goes to the Cardinals, where the hell the Cardinals gonna play him at?
And that's what I'm saying, because like we talked about with the Jets, they have the scheme that'll fit him.
Mm-hmm.
You have the leadership there that I think he would be able to get, but he goes somewhere else where it's just like, ooh, shit.
The Cardinals that ruined 2 players, Isaiah Simmons,
exactly,
and David Collins. So you mean to
like fit that same mold?
All right, bro. I'm not gonna stay long on this player because I thought you were gonna do it, but I realized when I said it, you hate him so much that you don't see him as a reward anyway. It's Keldrick Faulk, and I'm not gonna stay long because that's not my player. I thought you were gonna take him, but Keldrick Faulk right now he one of them ones as a run defender.
Right.
Here's the thing about drafting the edge rusher. That's not the first thing that you're going to tell me. I don't want that to be your strong suit. I don't think about it when you talk to a girl. The first thing you think about a girl, you don't want to say, "Hey man, she has a good personality." Like, I want you to have a good personality.
Ass fat.
Like I want you to have a good personality, but bro, if she ugly, like, it doesn't matter.
Because guess what? Because I when we talk about, like that, like your dating analogy.
Yes.
your looks is the first thing I see. I'll get to your personality later.
Yes.
But I don't get your personality off of first impression. It's what I see. And if I can't see you as a pass rusher,
Then
no.
I can
thing is,
only project so much.
I understand, like, oh, he has the tools and this,
He's
especially
young.
not with, especially because I know why you was bringing that up, because it might be like what my team does.
Yeah.
But it's like, at this point, I'm not trying to see you, but you got potential. You got the potential to be a pass rusher. No. I need you to be a pass rusher. Do you have potential to elevate as a pass rusher? Cool. Then we could talk. But if you personality is for losers, goddamn right. But yeah, so it's like, nah, especially like if Keldrick Faulk get drafted in like at 18, 19, 20, 25, somewhere there in this draft, you ain't gonna hear nothing from me. But for like at 10,
yeah, we have a problem, bro.
I don't care. To me, that's all risk.
Now,
it's all risk.
The players that I had for as far as risk and reward is every Clemson prospect in this draft. Every. I'm talking about Peter Woods, TJ Parker, with Blake Miller, like
Avian Terrell,
all of them, literally all of them. And before Avian Terrell's messed up pro day, he was cool. He was the only one that's gonna get drafted that nobody have an issue with. Like, I think the problem what happened was, and I get it, these players is getting paid now, so they should be playing hard and all that. I get it, bro. Correct me if I'm wrong. They were supposed to win the ACC, or they were supposed to compete to win the ACC. Yes or no? Right?
Yes.
They didn't. So if that's the case, cool. They supposed to have a playoff spot. Once they realized that they wasn't about to be in the playoffs or wasn't about to reach their goal that they were projected to be in the preseason rankings, oh yeah, I'm out. Like,
but that's the thing though.
That's a real thing.
In it, but they was in it though. Like they didn't necessarily get it, but like they wasn't like far out where it's like, oh, we about to quit. So that's what make it look bad. But also, man, it's that Clemson curse. How many times have we been like, bro, wait, Clemson had all these players at one time and they didn't win shit?
Yeah.
Like, bro, how you had DeAndre Hopkins and Martavis Bryant and CJ Spiller and all these dudes,
and
y'all ain't do nothing? How y'all have Trevor Lawrence? Well, they did win something then.
That's
it.
Like,
still, it's like, but that was the only time. It's like you start like, bro, they was in the conversation as wide receiver. You one time at one point in time, Sammy Watkins and all them. Like, bro, y'all ain't win nothing.
Is this the reverse scout in the helmet?
No, because they didn't do nothing in the regular season.
No, but no, I'm saying like when you scout the helmet.
I mean reverse scouting where it's like you could be like, oh, it's just something going on at Clemson, and then when they get to the league, they could be something. But I can't give you that. I'm sorry, I can't give you that benefit of the doubt. It's hard. That's hard to do.
Hey, I ain't expecting you to.
Exactly. Like I can't just be like, well, he did go to Clemson. No, you still got to. You still got to show me something. Like I wasn't even a fan of the pick, but at least with Shamar Stewart, like, hey, he calls hell. He don't ever get home. But at least he calls hell, and then they got him doing a lot of 4-eye stuff. So it's like he wasn't in position to like be a true pass rusher. So it's stuff like that. Like, bro, TJ Parker, why did it take to the Senior Bowl for you to showcase what you could do? Exactly.
But on the flip side, okay, that's a real question.
That's a good one for TJ Parker. Like,
but for Peter Woods,
why'd you fall off the planet, dog?
But they also were using him differently, bro. Like they had him doing some 4-eye stuff. They had him doing some 3-tech stuff. They had him moving up to the 5-tech. They had him play some nose tackle, gain some weight. Lose some weight. But when you lose some weight, we still using it as a 1-tech. Like a lot of context comes to Peter Woods. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have. I'm not selling you. You don't have to believe it.
But
and I'm not telling.
Remember, them early mock drafts, I was still having kind of like Peter Woods in some of those mock drafts for the Bengals at 10.
Mm-hmm.
But then it was like the combine, and then only doing a 10-yard dash at your pro day, and not doing the agility. I'm like, bro, what is you hiding? Because you can't come off a down year and then like just
don't show me
not show me something where it's like, all right, like what are you hiding? It's the same thing like when like some of these like you not a slam dunk pick, and you not like you're not a slam dunk corner, or you're not a slam dunk receiver, and people are already questioning your speed, and then you don't run the 40. Like, oh, now you hide something.
Yeah.
It scares me type thing where it's like, yeah, I can't really rock with that.
While we're here, we're gonna just stay on the defensive tackles then. Yeah. Who the heck's talking? What are the defensive tackle prospects continually falling?
So the to me, DT prospects continually fall from their original ADP is because, one, I think they don't really understand. Like you could tell some of these teams probably aren't really sure. Like, okay, this is what you did in college, but this is what we are going to want you to do, and they don't be knowing how that's going to translate. And then another thing why I think they be continually falling also is, like we said it before, some of these interior D-line prospects, they don't just hit the ground running.
They don't.
Like, so it takes some time. And when you want that round 1, round 2 player, you kind of want somebody that you feel could come in and be like, boom, hit the ground running. So it's like that's why you kind of go with the edge more than you would the interior D lineman. So it's like, okay, cool, we can rock with that. But then you get to that interior defensive lineman, that's when it's like, okay, do we like you said, do you want to get a Caden McDonald at 16, 17, 20, or Daryl Jackson in the 90s, 110, 112, that may do the same thing, but it just might, but we don't know, because they could be on the same timeline. They got the same size. He could stop, like Daryl Jackson could stop the run, eat up double teams. And it's not going to show on the stat sheet. So it's like, do we want to spend a pick like that?
I think the thing about it, if you think about the top defensive tackles, like you saying, why they keep falling. Well, Caleb Banks, one broke his foot.
He hurt. Yep.
That's one. But obviously, he had an inconsistency. He was injured in college as well.
I was say he barely played, and like he got boosted to the first round off of
athletic and prospects and projection,
and Senior Bowl stuff and all of that.
Peter Woods as well. Like I said, he went from highly touted defensive prospect to some warts in his game. Let's just drop him down. Caden McDaniel.
That's my fault.
Yeah, Caden McDonald.
Yeah.
He doesn't have that pass rush ability. How much do I really want to take him? How high do I really want to take him? Lee Hunter, same thing in Texas Tech. Like I say, he made a lot of things shake for that Texas Tech defense. You know what I'm saying? But does he pass rush? Like you say, these defensive, and then the ones that can pass rush later on, it's like they're either undersized or they're deficient against the run. It's like it's either one or the other.
The imperfect product.
Yeah. So it's like, of course they're going to drop because like where are you more comfortable taking them? Like you said, I personally would, like you said, if I'm a team in the 20s that need Caden McDonald, oh for sure, I'm taking him in a heartbeat. And I think he's going to make my whole front seven better. Going to make everybody in the front seven better. And like I said, he personally may not have the stats for it, but I think everybody else in your front seven is going to be a lot better. And
when you look at all that Ohio State tape, look who in the middle of it.
Like it's like who right there? Who right there in the midst of it? Like Arvell Reese just made this tackle, but damn it, I just ate up 2 blocks just for him to get there.
Exactly.
Sonny Styles just met him in the hole. Well,
it's a reason why y'all free.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like, hey, my guy, Caden Curry, led team in sacks.
Yeah.
Why? You know what I'm saying? It's a reason why.
There. Exactly.
But
same thing I mentioned with DJ Reader.
Exactly,
Reader was like a 5th round pick.
It's not a sexy pick. But then you can look back at it.
Clemson too. Shit.
Think about Talik Williams last year.
Yep.
when he has some upside of like, what he can do as a defensive tackle or as a pass rush, it's like it's going to take time for it to get there, though. You think the Lions are disappointed with him? Nah, they ain't
No,
disappointed. It's
they just know it's gonna take time.
It's going to take some time. You know what I'm saying?
And I mean, like even like when you look at players like we even go back like Tier Tart, like he didn't immediately hit the ground running, but then once he did, it was like, oh snap, like dude is all right. And I believe, I want to say, was he an undrafted free agent?
He
Something
might
like
have been.
that. And so it's like you got players like him, and even a player that they just traded, Tavondre Sweat, like he hit the ground running as like a run defender and like that athletic ability, but it's just like, okay, Jordan Davis, let's go with Jordan Davis.
It took him some time to become Jordan Davis.
Some time, and and that's one of those players. He like he had the upside, he had the production in college and stuff like that. They took him high, and when it came to the NFL, on a stacked defense
as well. Like it took him to
it still took him time to get there. So again, that's why I say,
like I said,
you don't get that.
Jalen Carter's, Byron Murphy's are rare.
They're rare.
They're rare. Think about it. Mason Graham had a good year last year.
Yeah,
pull up his
but it wasn't like. Yeah, right. It wasn't like it sound like when you watch it, it's like, okay, Mason Graham had a good year, but you actually watch it, like, or you look at the stats and that's it, you'd be like wait,
overall. He took it fifth overall.
He had Mason Graham had half a sack, so we'll say one sack.
Come on now, like,
you know what I mean? But he had seven tackles for loss. That ain't like that's causing havoc. So yeah.
All right, man. We got two questions left. Or one? Yeah, we got two questions left. I'm gonna go with this one because this is gonna be short for me. You may have way more to say about this one. This one pissed me off, to be quite honest. But outside the top 10 team has the best chance to trade it to the top 10 is the Cowboys. Jerry Jones wanted to make a splash. You know, they don't want to get wiped out. Doomsday scenario. Because they're picking at 12. They didn't lose enough games. And if they want to get somebody with, get one of these real top prospects, they have to trade up. And blah, 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 blah. You need something to sell the draft, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Can they trade up? Yes. Yes, they can trade up. And I wouldn't be surprised if they trade up. But to be quite honest, if they trade up, to me, that's irresponsible. You didn't do enough in free agency, bro. Like, you did not do enough in free agency to give up the precious draft capital just to get one good player. That's one good player is not about to change this historically bad defense. I am sorry, bro. Is it going to help? Is it going to make it better? Yes. It's going to take it from 39th. That's my guy Vice used to say.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna make sure I give him credit for that. He said we the 39th ranked defense. It's gonna take us to 28th. You know what I'm saying? Whoever we draft. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Is that
exactly.
Is that so much of a difference? No, I don't get it. I think it's gonna be irresponsible if they trade up. If they trade up and get one of my guys, yes, I'm going to be happy. I'm not going to be mad. But at the end of the day, like, I don't trust my front office enough to do what's right. But to answer the question, they the only viable team that I can see that's outside of the top 10 that will trade up to get in the top 10. I can't see a team.
I have a team.
That's why I went first.
And it's like, I actually kind of have a couple teams, but the one team is the first team I'm gonna say is kind of like a cop out because they have pick 11, which is the Miami Dolphins.
I think
so. It's kind of a cop out because they also have pick 30. But like we seen they just traded Jalen Waddle. So in the event that they feel like Carnell Tate is, quote unquote dropping, and they like that might be their guy or something like that, and they want to get ahead of like a team like, the Saints or something like that, where they feel like that would be a place that he would go, then maybe they would move up from 11 to 7 with the Commanders or something like that. So that is a possibility. Inside the top 10, it'll be a little bit harder because they just because what they just traded. But hey, I ain't never counting the Rams out. They went from F them picks to let's start using these draft picks, and they're at pick 13. So I don't know what package they could do, but in the event, I know that they may whether it be a player in the pick or something like that to try and jump up and get somebody that they want. It's a possibility.
Your same logic. Use your same logic for the Dolphins for the Rams. They had a lot of talk. No, they had a lot of talk about wide receiver this offseason.
Yeah.
So, okay, it may not be Cardinal Tate, but okay, what if Jordan Tyson has a big pro day coming up, because it's coming up the 17th?
Yeah,
like his private workout.
And they was already talking about moving Devontae. I mean, yeah, Devontae.
That's what I'm saying. So they were trying to move Devontae for AJ or something like that. Like, say, okay, cool, Puka in rehab. And get well soon. If that, you know what I'm saying? No, not joking on that, but Puka's in rehab.
Yeah.
They tried to move Devontae. I'm just using your same exact logic with the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Attach it to the Rams. So boom.
There we go.
There we go. Which team gives three-man weave the most intrigue? It was a full question. It was like a part 2 of this question too. Where can they go multiple ways? Low-hanging fruit is the Chiefs.
Yeah.
The Chiefs are the wild card on this because they can go multiple ways. They can trade back. They can trade back and acquire more assets and try to rebuild this team, brick by brick. Or they could look at this as an aspect like, bro, we ain't never picking in the top 10 again with Patrick Mahomes as our quarterback as healthy. Hey, let's go ahead and get one of these guys that we probably ain't gonna never have a chance to get again. Get them. You know what I'm saying? Whoever that player may be, and that may wreck the whole draft, as far as that, what I'm saying. Or they can just take King and Sadiq, and ain't nobody gonna be like nobody gonna bat an eye.
Nobody bat an eye.
Yeah, so they I think the draft start with them, to be quite honest, bro.
Yeah.
But I also think that's low hanging fruit. I think that's low hanging fruit, bro.
But it makes sense because that was also one of the teams on my list. And so one of the teams that I kind of picked, I don't know if it truly follows the essence of the question. But the Vikings.
Why I don't? Talk to it.
I think the Vikings. Say, people do this. I don't think he'll make it there. But say someone like Jeremiah Love falls to them, and then you got, you bring a Kyler in there with that KOC offense. You got Justin Jefferson, and let's not forget that offensive line was is pretty solid, bro. And then you still got Flores out there, that stuff like that would intrigue me. Or they could,
Hold on, please don't leave. Oh, you still with the Vikings? You still with the Vikings? Stay. Don't leave the Vikings. I wanted to say this when you leave the Vikings.
But they have other ways that they can go too. Whether it's they want they get add an edge rusher, go get a corner, go get one of these linebackers that say you don't believe Sonny Styles is gonna go super high. What if he fall or something like that? What if a Caleb? I know he won't, but what if a Caleb Downs goes to a Brian Flores? It's so to me, they're in a position where it's if they can get one of these top dudes, bro, shit. Even if you get even if they want to be you know what, the defensive players didn't fall like we wanted to. Hey, get a Mekhi Lemon in there with Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, and we can, get Ty Felton off the field or something like that, bro. Or get a Kenyon Sadiq and you put him over there where TJ Hawkinson used to be at. They can go so many ways, and I feel that could be scary.
Why you ain't think this answers the question?
because I felt like it was a little bit too further down, and when I was just when I was workshopping it, it was really just Jeremiah Love and one of the defensive products. But then I started thinking damn, they really got options.
I mean, you didn't even say it. It was early, but bro, what if they get Dylan Thiedemann?
Yeah.
EMW. What if they get any safety for Brian Flores?
Yeah.
Give him Bud Clark.
Oh my, bro, anybody.
AJ Halsey. Literally anybody, like, bro.
Yeah, this like it was
Key
like
you give Flores anybody, bro. But to your Jeremiah Love point, bro, if he went to the Vikings, bro, he would make JJ McCarthy look good, bro. Like he
cancel
would
Christmas.
fix
Cancel
like
Christmas.
yeah, like that's when I say I'm like, bro, what you mean that ain't intriguing, bro? Like what? Like you talking about now? I don't even want to say mine. Because mine was the Dolphin. I don't want to say that shit after that. Because
Who 81? Kobe 81?
Boy, I didn't want to say the Dolphins, but the Dolphins is because they can do anything at 11. Let's just say they stick at 11 because you got these front office people that came from Green Bay. So we don't draft wide receivers in the first round. What if they still under that philosophy? What if they wait till 30 to get KC Concepcion? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what if they do that? Like Elijah Strait or somebody, somebody. I'm just throwing out names.
Omar Cooper,
Denzel Boston is still there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What if they say, hey, this a low year what is it? This is a down year anyway for us on purpose. Hey, bro, let's take Chris Bell. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Or,
they can go ahead
again. Trade back from 11. Maybe somebody want to, and then you acquire, and then you get another, and maybe you get a future one
first,
or something like that. And then you still get some more picks in the later half of this draft, and you still got pick 30. Stuff like that. Like they got options, and like you said, you could take a Chris Bell at 30 and still move back from 11.
Yep. Or like I say, if Mansour Delane happens to get past y'all, they take him. Maybe they the one that take a fly on Jamar McCord. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they take a corner. Okay, cool. What if they're the team that take Kenyon Sadiq? You know,
they can draft any and everybody.
Anybody. What if they take we don't love this offensive line class. What if they take Monroe Freeland? What if they take what if Spencer Fano falls?
Yeah. Caleb Lamu. Like they're all in that range.
You know what I'm saying? They take Lamu right there. All right. But
Vega, all of them.
What if they take Vega? What if they're the team that take Vega in front of the Ravens? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, what if they do that? Like, they can
do anything.
They can hurt and help everybody behind them. You know
yeah, like you said, the draft starts at the Chiefs.
I believe so.
The draft starts at the Chiefs, and then the Dolphins are going to dictate a whole bunch of I think they'll dictate a whole bunch of trades that might happen behind them.
Yep. Because I think everybody penciled in the Cowboys to go get a defensive player. If a defensive player is still a top defensive player is still there, then the ammunition to come up and get in front of them is going to be high. Dolphins are the perfect spot to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I know I said that.
I think they'll be willing to trade.
Yeah, they'd be like, hey, we're gonna be trash anyway this year. Hey, look, of course, give us more picks. Like,
exactly.
I personally say that the draft starts at the Chiefs. That's a personal thing because I think we can see any pick that not any pick. That sounds crazy. I think we can see some picks go before the Chiefs and be like, yeah, I get it. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
But again, because it's like
because
again, like we talked about, if the Chiefs get Caleb Downs, or if they get like one of those players, or if they decide, like whatever they decide to do, if the Chiefs go Caleb Downs, corner, Bain, whatever, it's like that's when it starts to dictate, because the teams before like the Chiefs, we kind of got them penciled in, not necessarily, but it's like, all right, the Jets, it's probably going to be, Arvell Reese, David Bailey, something like that. You know what I mean? Like, and then so on and so forth. And if then you start throwing in like Bain and Jeremiah Love and all of those players, but it's like it's kind of just been those names. After that, that's when it's kind of like, because that's when what we feel like are the blue chip players might end up being gone, and that's when it starts to go. So that's why it's like you're right, where it's like it kind of starts with the Chiefs there, because that's when it's like it might be one or two of those blue chip players left, but then now teams really got to start getting in their evaluation bag.
So, our mock draft is going to be our next episode, right?
For sure.
We're going to have to figure out some stuff, bro. I feel that we're going to have some.
It's gonna be some conversations that need to be had.
And that shit going to be 2 hours, bro. Like, we're going to have to set a timer, bro.
And again, our mock drafts are normally what we think the team will do. So that's what makes this even harder.
Exactly. We're going to have to figure out.
If it was what we would do,
we going to do?
I feel we in and out. But
yeah, but
doing what we think these teams will do is going to be tough.
We're gonna have to set a timer or something, bro. Because we already set the tone here. We already we saying different things here about different teams, and we ain't got to the mock draft yet. Like you say, you like prime example. You got it's nasty, bro. It's gonna get nasty, man. Like nasty as far as us trying to predict some things that's unpredictable. Like I said, our mock drafts is pretty good though. I look forward to it every year. This year we couldn't do the alternating mock draft because we both got an even number pick. So it's like
exactly
that would have solved it for us right then and there.
Exactly. Yeah.
We could have did that, but we both got.
So it's gonna be some conversations. It's gonna be like the head coach GM war room basically.
Right.
Where we're gonna be like, but I think they're gonna go here. I think they're gonna go here. Yeah. So
it's gonna be fun. But that's
get ready, guys.
It's gonna be Friday. So gonna be Friday. We try Friday.
I think we should try Friday.
All right.
Or you
try Friday? What? What?
I would say, would Wednesday work?
Yeah, if you want to do Wednesday, we can do Wednesday. Just let me know. Okay. We'll talk offline.
We'll talk offline because I gotta put that little sleep and on a Wednesday. So at least on Friday, it'll be like, hey, dog, do what you want to do. Just leave me alone.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Father shit. Hey,
I'm a good father, guys. I'm not. I promise. I'm not just leaving them.
You sure? Are you sure you like that?
That sounded kind of crazy. It sounded kind of crazy.
Hey, if you got kids, you did.
You kind of understand.
If you
understand,
you understand, bro. I got to go.
You also don't know what be happening, how I be getting yelled at when we off camera.
Yeah, I'm about to go downstairs now.
For sure.
I'm here. That's the HA. They them kids. Y'all the fools. Some of y'all the Fab Five. I want to appreciate this sponsored episode from Drew. Game winning drive. You know what I'm saying? I would appreciate that because those are all jokes aside, those were some great questions and definitely laid down the foundation for what we kind of wanted to do with this draft oriented show. So I want to appreciate definitely giving Miss Flowers for that one. Appreciate that. Shouts out, I got Marcus for the other question for sure. And
sure.
Appreciate y'all catching us live. Appreciate y'all catching us on the playback.
Sure.